Hello there, beautiful people. I welcome you back once again to my channel, and we are going to look at the preview of our match against Brighton on Saturday. Now, in today's upload, we are going to look at some news updates about Chelsea. Then we'll look at the preview of our match. We'll also look at the predicted lineup. I'll give you the predicted lineup. I'll give you all the injury news and the player availability. Then I'll also present to you my score prediction for the game against Brighton at Stamford Bridge. So please stick around. Let's do this together. Those of you who have not been watching my channel, please subscribe to the channel. I have also been providing my viewers with all news updates about our loan army, our loan players, all statistics of the games they play during every weekend. So please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and also share the link for more people to get this news. Every single loan player of Chelsea, I provide updates on him and the games he plays, his injury news, and everything about the player. So please stick around for more of this news. Before we go to today's preview, we played a game against Barrow, and then you all know what happened. We won that game 5-0. Chelsea used Team B, let me call it that way. Chelsea used their Team B to play that game. It pains me to call it Team B because Christopher Nkunku was included in that lineup, but that is what it is, because we have an 11 that plays every Premier League game, and the whole 11 was changed for that game. So I call it Team B. We played that game and won it 5-0 at Stamford Bridge. I have provided the review of that game. If you have not watched it, please go and watch it, and you will see everything that happened there. Now, after that game, the draw was made for the next round of the competition, the fourth round. And Chelsea will be playing away. We'll be playing our next game away, and that game will be against Newcastle or AFC Wimbledon. Now, their game has been postponed because of a heavy downpour that made the pitch unplayable for that game, so it was postponed. It will be played on the 1st of October. 1st of October next month. And then the winner of that game will play against Chelsea. We'll be traveling to the winner's home and play our match against that team. Now, Newcastle, AFC Wimbledon. I want to ask you, is it a favorable draw? Please, I would like to see your comment in the comment section. Let us discuss it and see if it is a favorable draw. But for me, left to me, it doesn't matter whether it is favorable or not. Who cares? Chelsea is playing well, and so for us to be the best, we have to beat the best. We have to beat the best to be the best. So I don't care, actually. We play anyone at all, and then we go to the next stage of the competition. So that is left to me. What about you? Let us discuss it. Now, in another news, Chelsea is about to strike a deal for a new front of shirt sponsor. The deal is thought to be in the region of £40 million, and the deal is with either one of the airways, either Qatar Airways or Riyadh Air, or Chelsea is also talking to Turkish Airlines. So any one of them, Chelsea is about to sign a deal worth 40 million with them. In fact, what happened last season is the same thing that is happening again. Last season, we started the season without a front of shirt sponsor, and this season the same thing is happening again. So it is our prayer that we are able to strike this deal so that we can be able to rake in that revenue, because that revenue is about 10% of our total revenue. The front of shirt sponsor is about 10% of our total revenue for the season. So let us all keep praying for Chelsea so that we are able to strike that deal. Now, so straightforward, let's move on to the preview of the game. Our match, the kickoff time is 14 o'clock GMT. I think that is 3 o'clock UK time. The game will be played at Stamford Bridge. Stamford Bridge, the Chelsea home. That is where we'll play the game. The referee for the game is Peter Banks. Peter Banks. Now, Peter Banks has refereed 3 games this season so far. He has issued out 19 yellow cards. No red card yet, though, but 19 yellow cards. The games Peter Banks refereed, the first one was on the 28th of August. It was an EFL Cup, West Ham against Bournemouth. West Ham won that game 1-0. He issued 3 yellow cards to West Ham, and then 4 yellow cards to Bournemouth. Then the next game was on the 13th of September. It was a championship match, Hull City versus Sheffield United. Peter Banks issued 2 yellow cards to Hull City and 4 yellow cards to Sheffield United. Then his last game was last Saturday, which was the 21st of September. That was at West London, Fulham against Newcastle. Fulham won that game by 3-1, and Peter Banks issued 6 yellow cards in that game. So in total, 3 games for him this season, 19 yellow cards. So that should give us an idea of the kind of referee that is going to be at the center of event come Saturday. So that is Peter Banks. His assistants will be Eddie Smart and Nick Greenhalgh. Those will be the assistant referees on the lines. The 4th official is going to be David Webb. And on VAR duty, we are going to have Michael Oliver. Michael Oliver on VAR duty. Assistant VAR, we are going to have Natalie Aspinall. So those are the officials for you. Now, for the form of the 2 teams, Chelsea, for our last 5 games, we have won 3, we have drawn 1, and we have lost 1 game. Then about Brighton have not lost any game. Their past 5 games, they have won 2, and they have drawn 3 of them. So this is the kind of team that we are going to meet. They have not lost any game so far this season. So that is the form for the 2 teams. Now, when you go to the head-to-head for the 2 teams, in total, Chelsea and Brighton have played about 18 games. Chelsea, we have won 10 of them. There have been 5 draws, and then Brighton won 3 games. Now, between Chelsea and Brighton, our last 5 games, Chelsea have won 4 of them. There is no draw, and Brighton won 1 match. Brighton won 1 match. Now, talking about this head-to-head, when we come to the English Premier League, last season, we can all remember that we did a double over Brighton. The first game, we won that game by 3-2. 3-2, and that was at Stamford Bridge. Then the second game was played in May, and we also won that game by 2-1. So you can see that there had not been any clean sheet in those 2 games last season. It is my hope that this season we are, because of the way we are playing, we'll get a clean sheet from our game against Brighton. So straightforward, I want us to look at the starting 11. The starting 11 for the game. Remember, James is still out. He will not be ready for this game. Then ROMEO LAVIA, according to the coach, will be ready for this weekend. ROMEO LAVIA will be ready for this weekend. So let us look at the starting 11 that the coach is likely to put out there against Brighton. In post, we all know who the number 1 goalkeeper is at Chelsea. As at now, we should all know. And he's not doing bad. He is doing very well. When you consider the statistics that is put out by the Premier League official page, the number of passes made by a goalkeeper. He's currently ranked number 3. He's currently ranked number 3 behind Flecken and Onana. Flecken and Onana. So our goalkeeper is the 3rd on the list. He has made 181 passes so far. And so, because he has not put a foot wrong, I am putting him straight over there. So he is the number 1 over there. So the goalkeeper is Sanchez. Then we move on to the back line. The back line, we also know that Cuckoo has not put a foot wrong. He has been excellent in all his games. And so Cuckoo takes the left back position. He has been inverting well also. And so I'm sure he's going to invert in this game. Then Colwell, when you look at him, his passing range is so beautiful. And so, as I said, he has also not put a foot wrong. And so Colwell will come in at center back. Then pairing with him, the coach mentioned that he likes Fofana so much, but I don't think that Fofana will be used in this game. When you look at our last game against West Ham, he was taken out at halftime, and the coach mentioned that because he realizes that Kudus will be switched to that side, he wanted to prevent any danger over there. So he pulled out Fofana. It means that the coach is acknowledging that there is a weakness about Fofana. So and secondly, I saw a bandage on his knee. So I don't know how fit he will be for that game. Remember that we still have a game. Our next game will be on the 3rd of October, which is next Thursday. So some of those players must be fit and ready to play that game. It will be against Giants. So I am not putting Fofana in this game. I am putting Tosin Aderabiayo beside Colwell. Now, when you look at Tosin, when he came in our last game, you look at the kind of player he is. I think that he's a combination of Colwell and Fofana. He has some calmness around him, and he possesses some presence in the defense there. So I am putting Tosin over there to do the job for us. Then at right back, there is no other person. He is back, and he's raring to go, and that is Malo Gusto. When you look at him in the game against Barrow, you realize that he's up to speed, and he even contributed to 1 goal. He provided an assist for a goal. And so if Gusto is fit, then I don't think any other person can occupy that position. And so Gusto comes in. Then in the defensive midfield, there is no other person. There are no other people to occupy that position than our most expensive defensive midfielders in Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. I think that they are beginning to gel very well, and so because of the price tag hanging around their neck, if they are able to play well, then it is a plus for Chelsea. So I think that now that they are coming together and playing very well, we have to always put them together and give them minutes, make them play together and make them work. So Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez will occupy that position. Talking about Caicedo, we can all see how good he is performing. News coming from the world of football indicate that CIES Football Observatory has named Caicedo as the best under 23 holding midfielder in the world so far. Based on last season performances, he has been named as the best holding midfielder so far. Caicedo has been ranked above Camavinga, Kobe Mainoo, and Ryan Gravenberch. That is putting into consideration the 2023-2024 performances. So that is Caicedo for you. So if we are talking about this player, then it means that we have a valuable asset over there. So anytime he's available, we have to play him. Then we move on to the front line. Ahead of the defensive midfielders, Cole Palmer is at his position behind the striker over there. He's not shaking at all. Then At right wing, our coach made us known that the right wing there is for Neto and Madueke. Now, Neto scored a goal against Barrow in the EFL Cup, but I don't think he will play. He will start this game. Maybe he might play. He might come in and play some minutes, but he will not start this game. And so, Madueke will occupy that position over there. Then at left wing, as the coach said, it is between Sancho and Modric. Now, Modric played his game in the EFL Cup, and so he will not be chosen for this game to start. So Sancho has occupied that position. So ahead of the defensive midfield, we have Sancho, Palma, and Madueke. Then leading the line, it is becoming a tug of war, a positive one for that matter, between Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku. Now, anytime Nkunku comes in, he's able to provide the goods. His performances are over the hill. But I think that Jackson has also not put a foot wrong. Maybe the coach should be trying and finding a way out to play these two people together, these two players together. We have to find a way to play them together. But for now, I think that Nkunku will still take his place on the bench, and Jackson will occupy his position as the striker over there. So that is the predicted lineup for you. Now, let me go to my prediction, my score prediction. Now, as I mentioned, last season we did a double over Brighton. But when you look at that game, it was a 2-1 win and a 3-2 win. It means that Brighton at any point in time scores a goal. Now, the last time Chelsea won against Brighton without conceding a goal was in the 2023-2024 EFL Cup. Chelsea won that game at Stamford Bridge by 1-0. Then another clean sheet was in 2021. It was a 0-0 draw at home in the English Premier League. So you see that we find it very difficult keeping clean sheet against this our academy team. Let me call them that way because they have been providing us with our coaching staff and a lot of players. So I normally call them Chelsea Academy over there. So I am predicting that there will be no clean sheet in this game actually, but Chelsea is going to win this game. As you all know, Chelsea, we have not won a game at home in the Premier League this season. We have played 4 games so far at home. The first one was against Manchester City. We lost that game by 2-0. Then the second one was in the Conference League. The Conference League, we played against Servette. We won that game by 2-0, but that was not in the Premier League. Then in the Premier League, our next game in the Premier League was against Crystal Palace. We played a 1-1 draw over there. Then our next game was also in the EFL Cup, which was against Barrow. We won 5-0. We have just won 5-0 at Stamford Bridge, and I think that we'll take that energy into the next game. And so Chelsea will win this game, against Brighton by 2-1. Now, if you agree with me, let me see your comments. Please also, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, hit the notification bell, share the link. I will give you my review after the game on Saturday. Then if there's any news, just as I've been doing, I'll provide you with any update that comes in before that time. Then also remember that I have been giving you update about our loan players, and so by Sunday, Monday, I should be providing you with that data. So please subscribe to the channel, and till I see you then to give you all that data. Thank you very much. Bye.